Hey everyone, so people are talking about this new game, Path of Exile, which is a Diablo 3-ish kind of looking game. There's also this game called Grim Dawn that's still in alpha, I think, hasn't come out yet. Path of Exile just went into beta, and a lot of people are like preparing or playing it and talking about it. And it's really different. Probably going to show you some footage here that I took yesterday with my group. Me and Spam, Flagem, Al-Kinda, and Austin have been playing, and kind of like, we're all different classes, so it kind of works good. You kind of need a good group of people. It starts out kind of slow, but then it gets, like, you get your attack speed, shit gets up, and you get these crazy awesome spells like I have. I'm working on a lightning build, and it starts to look more like Diablo 3, and it plays a lot different. Like, I was probably about Act 3 of the first difficulty, and I was thinking, like, well, this is different than Diablo 3 because I'm not raging, I'm not bitching, I'm actually having fun playing this. Then when you get into the second difficulty, you start raging and bitching because it gets really hard, and like probably 80-90% of the people playing the game are stuck on Act 2 and they can't get to Act 3 because it's like too difficult for them. People are complaining because well, we didn't have much trouble getting to Act 3, but when we got to Act 3 we kind of got stuck, and you really got to take it slow and you got to really tweak your skills and shit. And it's just on the medium difficulty. I don't know, like, I think Riparian's playing hardcore and I think he's on the hardest difficulty. He made like a wand build with a marauder. If you let's look at the website, it's got a list of classes. You got Duelist, Witch, Ranger, Templar, Marauder, and Shadow. Now these are all the same, really, because everybody has the same passive skill tree. This is not like where you get to choose your own skills as you go. It's like you all start at a different place on this giant map of skills, and there's all these different interconnecting nodes. Like, say, if you wanted to go a tank build, you'd have to find the health nodes and the shield block nodes. If you wanted to go a certain, like a mace build, you got all these little mace nodes, and there's some over here in your strength kind of area, and there's some over here in the dexterity area. And then if you wanted to go like a summoning build, you have to get up into the wizards kind of area where there's like this necromantic aegis, which I originally thought I would do that because you can do this skill where once you kill something, it converts it into a minion, and it gives you like more minions, and you get more minion health up here in the wizard nodes, which is at the top for the mana. I kind of figured out that it wasn't going to work for me because of the amount of mana you need. So I kind of went around this bypass with the strength nodes, and I've got like the important ones. Then I went over here to this one skill that's like you can't crit but you never miss, so you're constantly hitting. And then I went to the life leech where I'm constantly leeching my life up, and I got my attack speed up like crazy. I don't know what weapon I'm going to end up using, so I haven't gotten into any like spec for swords, or probably daggers would be good, or axes. So I went down and I got into this thing, what was it? Okay, first I got the life leech one. Like, what it does is it takes all your mana and it just drops it. You don't have any more mana, so you start using life instead of mana. So I had a ton of life, so it was easy to constantly use my skills and like get my health back up. I wasn't worried about mana all the time. I don't have to use mana potions anymore. And you also got these flasks that are not like Diablo potions where you constantly gotta be picking them up and shit. It's just, as you keep playing, they fill up a little bit depending on how much you're attacking or getting hit. So if you get rid of your mana potion, you can use the other flasks that are like, there's one called Granite, which gives your armor boost, and there's one for like lightning, ice, and fire resistance, and you can like make the flasks magical. I don't know if you can make them rare, but you can get different bonuses to your flasks. Okay, so I dropped my mana at first, but then it didn't work out so good because I wanted to get these buffs. Now buffs you use by reserving part of your mana, which if I was using only health instead of mana, it would reserve part of my health, so I'd be constantly, a part of my health would be gone permanently while I have the buff on. I went back to I unspec'd out of it, which is really hard to respec because you only get these really rare orbs that can respec one point at a time. That's where the game kind of gets, you gotta really like watch yourself. You might have to make a whole new character if you really like fucked up. So I went back to mana, and I'm reserving mana for my buffs, from like my temporal shield, which makes my shield glow, and like it rejects lightning damage on people that I block. And I want to make that where it has iron will attached, where it'll like make it a strength based attack, so it'll be like I'm actually hitting shit when I block. And then I'm going to get my lightning strike, which you see all these lightning things coming out of my hammer or my sword. They're going to like go multi-projectiles, and then they're going to chain, and they're going to fork into other enemies, and they're going to like maybe have lightning lower resistance or something along with it. But you have to get like a ton of sockets in all your weapons and armor to get it all. They have to be linked the right way, because the way the skills work is you got these passives that modify your main skills. So you have to have the right colors, and you got to have them fused just right, and all these things are like really rare to get it to like rearrange it Get different amounts of sockets, colors of sockets. They're all different orbs that do different things, and they're all really rare. So that's what makes the game interesting. You got these crazy passive skill tree, and you got these crazy skills that there's so many combinations, and nobody's ever done anything like this before. So I would have expected somebody like a Theme to go through and just show everybody how it's done, but I don't think he's doing that. So what else have you got? Oh, fucking check this shit out. You got these things called maps. I haven't even seen these yet. These are like once you get to the end game, you get these rare maps that are like areas that you can go farm, but they have different things applied to them. So this one on the website says it's a maze. You get 41% item quantity, so there's going to be more rare drops. Area is inhabited by skeletons and has patches of burning ground, and while you're there, players constantly take 24.3 chaos damage per second. So that's kind of the hard, high-end stuff. You have to constantly be hitting leeching, I guess, to survive that. But, like, chaos damage is weird because it bypasses your energy shield. You got your life mana and you got this energy shield. So chaos damage doesn't, it ignores the energy shield. So there's a skill that Spam's trying to get where it makes you immune to chaos damage. But you have 1 health. But if you have a crazy energy shield, which he's working on getting like a crazy energy shield instead of health, then he's going to be immune to damage pretty much, except for like elemental damage. So if he gets his crazy elemental resist, crazy energy shield, and immune to chaos damage, he only has 1 health. As long as he keeps that energy shield up, he doesn't die. But if he loses energy shield, he's pretty much dead because he's got 1 health. So it's pretty crazy. There's another crazy skill like that. Normal attacking instead of critting, and then there's like using life instead of mana, and then immune to chaos, but you don't have any health. It's kind of like you're making a path, or a pact with the devil. You're making this path along the passive skill tree, so it's called Path of Exile. Sort of like, Val Pact is one that you get Life Leech applies instantly instead of filling up over time, but you can't use any regeneration or potions anymore. So you have to give up your health potions and hope you're constantly going to be beaten on shit or you're going to die. Oh, Unwavering Stance, I've got that one. You cannot evade enemy attacks, you can't dodge, but you can't be stunned either, so it's another kind of bargain. So what I ended up doing was I found a really good armor and boots and gloves that give me a lot of link sockets the way I want, and I got rid of the blood magic, which is the one that makes me use health instead of mana. So I got my mana back, put up my buffs with my mana, and then I put the certain skills that I use to leech with the blood magic support gems, so those are actually still blood magic. But it costs more to use it. It's like 250% cost to use the support skill instead of the actual skill. But as you level up the gems, you get improvement, so it uses less mana as you level it up, which is really cool. And you can actually increase the quality of the skills, which I haven't done yet, but Fajim says it's good and he did it somehow, or you get rare ones maybe. So endless possibilities for this game. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I'm playing on my Marauder tank build. Mostly we're getting to where it's so dangerous that I have to constantly use leap attack because while you're in the air you can't be hit. So I just like land and hit and I jump off again. And but now that I got this determination defense aura and I got molten core, molten shell, I can use that I guess a little bit more defense. And I can kind of spam lightning strike and stuff. I was just using the not double strike, that's when you attack both weapons, but the 2-hit quick attack the duelist or the thief would use, but shadow, it's called a shadow, not a thief. I was using double attack and then cleaving, and I was constantly getting my health up that way. Now I'm trying to change the lightning strike over for cleave, just because it seems to work the same as cleave, but it also sends out the lightning bolts and it looks awesome. So it's working out pretty good. The ranger class is really fun to play. I highly recommend that. Here's one called Acrobatics. You get a 20% chance to dodge, but it removes all of your armor and your energy shield. It doesn't seem like it'd be worth it to me to be able to dodge 1 out of every 5 hits. There's Ghost Reaver, which Life Leech applies to your energy shield instead of life, so I guess Spam would want that since he doesn't have any life. 30% more spell damage when you're on low life. Yeah, once you get to the outside, that's where all the good skills are. Eldritch Battery converts all of your energy shield to mana. What does that mean? Like you have as much energy shield as you have mana? Not really sure how that one works. Curses never expire. Minions explode. That's the one Austin's using, which is really good. He summons a bunch of skeletons and zombies, and then when they die, they explode. You also have like a corpse explosion kind of skill in the game, so you can like constantly summon, and then when they blow up, well, you can't blow them up again once they blow up. Now, if you kill stuff, then you start that chain reaction, like the old D2 Necro. I'm surprised Craft Chest not playing this. He might be. I don't know. This is like a really Craft Chesty kind of game. Actually, if you want to know more about my skills and how I've spec'd my character, you probably want to consult with Craft Chest because he's handling all that.